Welcome to France for the launch of this vehicle, the Porsche Cayenne E-Hybrid. Porsche has been making hybrids all the way back to 2010. They had a plug-in model that started in 2014, and here is the next generation with more range, more power, more capacity, and better in every single way. So we're in wine country. Let's go for a drive. I'll tell you about how Porsche is able to combine electricity, a gasoline engine, and make it a better Cayenne. All right, I have a major confession to make. I have a Cayenne. I love it. It's even the same color as this one. And it's the current model, and this is the third generation. This particular car will be coming in about a year, and it's quite remarkable what the e-hybrid is capable of doing. And it's capable of selling well. In fact, the Porsche people here told me that the Panamera with this same drive system, the SE hybrid in that particular model, now represents 60% of sales in Europe. So they really hold out a lot of hope that people will adapt to this because you get efficiency and you also get power. So under the hood is the 3-liter turbocharged engine that's also found in the base model Cayenne. But then you add in an electric motor between the engine and the transmission. That has 136 horsepower. And when you put them together, it comes out to 462 horsepower. But more importantly, 516 pound-feet of torque. And what does that mean? Well, I'll tell you what, I'll come to a stop and I'll describe and show you what happens. All right. Full acceleration and 0 to 100 kilometers an hour. There you go, 100 kilometers an hour, 5 seconds. This is a big family utility vehicle, and that's really quite remarkable. So why would somebody want this over just, say, the regular Cayenne? Well, it has a plug that you put into the wall and you charge it overnight, you unplug and drive away to work, and you get 44 kilometers of pure electric range. But that's not all. The gasoline and the electric system work together all the time to switch off. Like, for example, right now I'm driving at 75 kilometers an hour and the gasoline engine is off. So the system is trying to switch off that gasoline engine as often as it can to save you fuel. So when you first start, you start out in electric mode, and then it switches after the 44 kilometers to the hybrid system that I'm in now. And then you have other settings. You have Sport and Sport Plus that keep the gasoline engine on all the time to bring you the best of both, gasoline and electric, to get you that maximum 516 pound-feet of torque. So it doesn't feel any different than a regular Cayenne. It's got lots of power, lots of performance, but it has the efficiency that people are looking for now. In addition, with all new Cayennes, you get some advanced systems that you can add on. Air suspension, we've had that before with Cayenne, so you can add that, and you need to add that in order to add in the Porsche Dynamic Chassis Control. This is different than before. It has a 48-volt electrical system that has electric actuators on the suspension to counter pitch and roll in the corners, and boy does it work. So when you're going into a corner, the suspension levels out so you don't get that pitch and roll, and it really makes this large and now heavier vehicle, because it's got a battery pack in the back, feel just as dynamic as you expect from a Porsche Cayenne. On top of that, you have a rear steer function that you can add on as well, dynamic rear steering. So I'm coming to a roundabout, so at low speeds like this, the wheels are turning opposite to each other to give you great maneuverability at low speeds, and then when you get up to high speeds, the wheels turn in tandem with each other to give you better high-speed stability. So it's a very complex and advanced vehicle, but it all works so effortlessly and seamlessly that you as the driver and the passengers have no idea that all of this technology is working together. And I suspect most people will plug their e-hybrid in, drive to work, and then when you deplete that 44 kilometers of range, you're just going to leave it in the default hybrid mode, because it does a great job of giving you efficiency, but when you put your foot all the way into it, it switches automatically into the sport mode. I like that. It's quite an incredible machine. The all-new base model Cayenne will be arriving at Porsche Center, Vancouver this fall. The e-hybrid will be arriving in about a year from now. So if you're somebody that likes the idea of doing what's right for the environment but don't want to give up on everything Porsche, this is the model you should look at. To find out more, head to Porsche Center, Vancouver.